This particular one I had not been exposed to, so I really had to learn from scratch. But it was a delight, and the people that are involved they're passionate about this, and it's not, it's not.
Hi, Sal.
Hi, Anna, how are you?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you and to
Your
talk
pleasure.
about Centurion, the Dancing Stallion. I,
Yes.
I really enjoyed the movie. I thought I
Oh,
was like I I was happy and then I cried and then all these mixed feelings. But
yeah,
usually, I think the studios don't do too much of this type of movies. I love this type of movies. You know what I mean? So anyway, when you read the script, what attracted you to this story?
yeah, it is a family movie, like you said. So I think that's unique, and we need family movies. There's so many movies with a lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of violence, etc. And that's great. I love those movies too. But it's nice to get a movie that's wholesome, you know, uh, and it's a great story, a great message. I got the script from Dana. Dana and I had done a movie many years ago, over 30 years ago, and uh, and they called me, and I guess he remembered me for whatever reason, and, uh,
Interesting.
and when I read the script, I mean, it's great that the character is so positive. He's such a great character. I couldn't pass it up. I mean, I was just delighted to be part of it, and proud to be part of it, to be showcasing this art form, really, that's never been seen before. And in a movie made here in the States, an American movie in English, is pretty special. And so I thought it was just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for me as an actor, but also just to showcase our part of our culture, which is this art form of dancing Mexican horses. And it's pretty special, pretty cool.
Yeah, we have that. I'm from Brazil, and then we have that on the countryside of Brazil. We have a lot of like horses, and then they also do this type of, it's not the Mexican dance,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Brazilian dance
The
with
big
the
Brazilian dance, huh? Do they?
yes, right.
Really?
I
Oh
think they
my
shake.
gosh, that's great. That's amazing. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it's amazing. We also have that in common with the Mexicans, and
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
it's amazing. It's very important to showcase
Yes.
that, especially in movies, so people can learn the culture and everything. And since we're like talking about horses, how was like acting? You be on set with horses, I bet you maybe a little difficult or not.
Well, you have to respect the horse. That's a big animal. It's a noble animal, but he's very it's a you have to be careful because they're animals, but they're well trained. We have the trainers there that were used are experts. They work with horses all their lives. But yeah, I mean, I was commenting earlier that even the way you hold the reins, or when you have a rope and you're holding the horse, there's a certain way to hold it with your hand, because the horse can jerk, and they'll take one of your fingers off if you're not holding that properly. So and then there's all the cameras, etc. And some horses are not familiar with all the noise that goes on, action, etc. But many horses are trained so that they know those sounds. They're used to being on the set, and but they do change your demeanor. Just being next to them. They're majestic, right? They're a large animal, beautiful animal. If you can be on top of a horse, I mean, it's pretty magical. But yeah, it's special to be around that a big, beautiful animal like that.
That's great. And you were surrounded with a great cast. Amber,
Yes,
Billy,
yes,
Patricia,
yes,
no?
yes,
And
yes. Patricia de Leon.
is Aramis as
Adam,
well. Aramis
Adam,
as well. And
yes.
how is this dynamic on set? How is work with them?
It's terrific. We had a really good chemistry, all of us, and I mean, we would get together actually afterwards, and at somebody's a room or whatever, and and eat together. And so you create a bond anytime often when you do films, we're like a traveling circus, we're like gypsies, and you set up a tent, and then you bond with this group of artists that you're going to be working closely with, and then afterwards the tent comes down, and then you go on to the next one, right? But I love that about films, that sometimes you create the bonds that are so close that even when you see each other again later, there's still that amicable feeling of that bond that you created is still there, because you're so close for that short time. But it's really nice. And then like Aramis and I, he called me, and he had a project, and he said, "Do you want to be a part of this?" And so we worked on something else that he produced recently, and now he's producing other stuff. But so and then we saw each other a couple of days ago, and it's like nothing's changed, even though it's been 3 years, whatever. It's pretty special. It's pretty nice. And but everyone got along really well, and it was really, we were happy to be a part of this, such a unique project.
Yeah, but I think you are the one that likes to keep this friendship, because you met Dana like 30 years ago, right?
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
So now you have Aramis, and then
yes,
I think you are the one that strongly there.
I won't take that credit, but thank you.
Yes. How was like work with Dana, like as a director on set? Did he give you room for improvisation or anything like that?
Dana has a lot of experience. Although this is his first film, I mean, he's been on many sets, and he's worked on Legion and Fargo. He's directed many episodes of Fargo. In fact, he directed some of the episodes in the last season that just wrapped. And he's such an easygoing guy. And his daughter, actually, Bella, was the cinematographer on this movie. And so he brings not only his directing experience, but as a cinematographer, he has a great eye, and it was really easy working with him. And he gave us a lot of room to be creative and to be comfortable. That's the best thing that you can hope for on a set, is that you're supported and you're free to create, and the environment it's good for you to be free. And for every artist, the environment is so important. And I think he's been on so many sets now that has the experience to be able to create that.
Yeah, the cinematography is something that I mentioned to him when I spoke to him. Oh. That was so beautiful, and how did they approach that, like with Bella? And it's amazing how beautiful the movie is.
Yes.
And also I want to ask you, what was like? Did you have any challenges to bring this character, Jorge Rodriguez, George? No, yeah. They call you George.
Right. Well, I mean, the challenge was to immerse myself in that environment, and also to just do research, because I wasn't familiar with the art form, and so I had to interview the trainers. I went to actually the different events that they have, and it's a whole culture, And although I'm familiar with charreadas and rodeo and a lot of other of our customs, etc. This particular one I had not been exposed to, so I really had to learn from scratch. But it was a delight, and the people that are involved they're passionate about this, and it's not inexpensive. It's expensive to be part of it. You have to. It's a big expense to provide. A horse is not like having a dog. It's expensive, So a lot of these people do it for the love of it, and they're passionate, and then they travel different, all over the country to these different events. But they're beautiful, and they bring a lot of love to the animal and to the art form. And so I was very proud to be representing my culture. And to be representing Jorge in such a positive light. It's nice to be able to be a part of a film that has a positive message and is moving and it's family and it's wholesome, you know. So that's pretty unique.
Yeah, yes, it is. And aside from this project, from this film, what do you have next for you? Any project that you can talk about?
Yeah. I did this pilot for a new series called The Border. The author Winslow, who's wrote Power of the Dog and Cartel, and then the third novel is The Border. And so we just shot that in Mexico. So, and then I did another movie with Danny Trejo called Seven Cemeteries. And I'm not sure when that's coming out. And then I have a movie that debuts on the Latino International Film Festival. That's going to be this June. And it's a film that we shot, I belong to a theater company, and we shot it actually like 17 years ago. So,
What?
yeah, but we shot it on film. So it's pretty unique. And we finally finished it, etc. So it's going to debut there. And I play the lead role in that. And although with my hair is not gray, and it's amazing, you know, it was a long time ago. So but we're very proud of it. And we, you know, sometimes these projects take a long time, and this particular one, that's what happened to it. But I'm looking forward to see what the reaction of the audience when they see it. And so anyway, and I'm currently going to open a new play called Whittier Boulevard at the Los Angeles Theater Center. And we open that at the end of this month, the 29th. So I'm in the throes of, yes. So
Amazing.
that's what's
Wow,
happening.
that's amazing. Everything happening. And I just need to mention really quickly that I love you on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
you know, the part of it, you know, was just the thrill to be part of it, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, because a big movie, things get cut, but you know,
I know,
but
but you were there.
yeah, for an instant. But it was really thrilling to be part of it.
Amazing. Sal, I just want to thank you so much for your time. Muchas gracias. Muito obrigada. A lot of success, and I'll be on the lookout of these new projects that you have coming up.
Thank you so much, Anna.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.